time to play a game.
Okay.
We're going to play Would You Rather.
Okay.
So we get asked a lot of questions or when we are working with
I'm kind
people.
of nervous, actually. I don't know what you're going to ask me.
It's going to get really detailed.
Very spicy. Okay.
We're working with people on a regular basis, talking, and it always comes up. Would you rather have a really nice, brand new, newly renovated or brand new house, or would you rather buy a fix me up and have something a little bit more affordable but you can put your own touches on, or would you rather have something just move in ready? You don't have to do anything, don't have to touch it.
Okay. So I think I'd rather have the fixer-upper because probably if I'm buying something that is fully renoed, it's at my max price.
Yeah.
So that would make me probably like house poor versus having a fixer-upper. I could actually...
So, especially with your tastes.
Exactly. So then a fixer-upper where you know that I'm a designer and would love to be an architect in heart, but so I have that in me. I would love to be able to put my own spice to my space, and then do it slowly, right? So I can manage my own financials.
Right.
This is a pure financial. For me, a pure financial question.
Right.
But yeah, I think I would rather have a fixer-upper. I think it also gives me like something to do.
True.
That I always have a second project on hand.
True.
Yeah. Would you rather have a granny suite in your backyard with your mother-in-law living there?
If you're listening, Monica, absolutely.
Or would you rather have a rental duplex with bad tenants?
Oh, well, that's a no-brainer. First, for the record, I love my mother-in-law.
Maybe one tenant is good and one tenant is bad.
Okay. That's a really interesting scenario. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm not a big fan of the granny suites in the backyard. Just aesthetically, it seems to, if you do have a backyard, if you want to use it and you're living there, kind of, I don't know, it's a tight space. You always have people coming and going in your property. For me, that's just a personal choice. I like the idea of having a duplex. We have one, and it's just, I think, easier to manage, and having that separation between us and people living at the duplex is nice. So
I just to add to that, like when you bought the duplex, you were actually living in one and renting the other.
Yeah.
So how has that financially put you in a better spot?
Well,
at
the time when I bought the property, it was just made more sense for me to have rental income to help support, because I was on my own, and it was it was a long time ago, but the market was really hot then as well. Prices were really escalating, and it just made sense.
And people don't necessarily understand how a property with a rental income can actually help them get their mortgage payments.
Yeah.
Right. And at the same time, it's kind of investing in your property, and it's a way to save as well.
Yeah. For it sort of happened organically for me, because the first house I owned had a basement suite in it. I never anticipated renting it out. It just happened that there was a friend of a friend who needed a place to live in Toronto, and we had a suite. So it was like, okay, let's rent it out. And it was such a great experience that the idea of renting space just became natural. Yeah. And then when I moved out on my own, the duplex, it just seemed, again, natural. Like, why wouldn't I if I could?
Yeah.
And so, so it's a bit of a hurdle for people who, if you're not used to it, again, we just went into it organically, and it worked out. That's been great. So I think it's, we have clients looking all the time for properties, and they, think about the basement suite as an option for rental. And I encourage it. It's perhaps not for everyone.
Nope.
But it's a It's something you need. I don't think it comes naturally to anyone per se, but you do it and you get used to it and you get comfortable and um, it becomes normal.
Right.
Would you rather own a cottage in Muskoka or anywhere
Okay.
outside of Toronto, or would you rather own a beachfront property in Mexico?
Oh, well, you know that answer.
Well, it's not simply cut and dry. I'm
Okay.
thinking
Oh,
about from both personal usage
Okay.
and sort of like an income second property, perhaps.
I think both ways. Uh, a vacation property in down south.
Yeah.
One, I feel that I rather have friends with cottages
Yeah.
than actually like do the maintenance on one and have, the property taxes and just the work that means and that represents. But also, I feel that there's a ton of properties in like Mexico. Let's put Mexico as a country, or Italy, as our photographer or videographer is from. But that people are traveling, and people actually pay good money for rental vacation properties. So, for both my use and financially, I think I would prefer a property in another country.
I think I agree with you.
Yeah.
From a personal perspective.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Let's get one.
That's the plan.
No, I'm just joking. But yeah, that's kind of where I would do it.
And it kind of along those lines, because we have a lot of people in our lives now contemplating retirement. We have a lot of people who are in retirement looking to downsize. Would you rather live in a condo or stay in your home?
I think I would like to stay in my home for now, but I like the idea of condos when I don't want to, take care of the house and do maintenance in the house. And knowing that, still a condo, you have to do things, but that's what your property management fees are for. And then you can just close the door and go somewhere, right? Instead of like worrying that there's just your house is by itself.
Yeah.
So
I think for me, I'm the same. I'm at the point I've never lived in a condo, so I really want that experience because I want to be able to just close the door and go on vacation and not think about anything. And I don't want to think about putting a new roof on the house.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about doing the yard work. So,
which is something to consider also, right? Like you're paying maintenance fees, and people are like, "Oh, maintenance fees is so expensive." But when you have a home, that same amount of money, you should probably be saving it every month, and no one does. So then, when you have to change your roof, you're hit with thousands of dollars of the cost, right? So that is what maintenance fees are for.
Yeah,
when people are looking for condos, so it's one or the other. You're going to either have to save and invest, or spend it upfront, or.
So what's the benefits to staying in the house? We kind of talked about what we'd prefer, but talk a bit about how you find lifestyle wise being in a house versus being in a condo.
Well, okay. So like, I feel that I have my own space, that I'm not sharing common space. I'm not sharing elevators. I'm not sharing, rooftop patios. I have my own backyard. So I feel that it's kind of like more mine than a building.
See, I agree, but I also think I would enjoy living in a condo.
Oh, you would, because you'll be
all the
talking
neighbors,
to everybody. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, they might kick me out, actually.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, so would you rather live in the city I know the answer, but this is almost like for who's ever listening and seeing us. Would you rather have a smaller house downtown Toronto or a large house that is not in the core?
Well,
large,
for me,
beautiful house, or
small, beautiful
house? Small, cute little house.
Personally, you know the answer.
Yeah.
But I can understand why people would choose the large, big house in the suburbs, It is really difficult finding a house with a lot of space in Toronto.
Yeah.
And so, especially if you come from something with space,
Yeah.
to move into a smaller space. I first encountered that when I came to Toronto. Grew up in a small town, big house, and then came to Toronto and started living in these smaller spaces. And at first, I was like, it's really uncomfortable. I couldn't figure out why I was so uncomfortable.
How to socialize.
Yeah, like it just didn't dawn on me that
the
actual physical space was affecting me.
Mm-hmm.
But then you grow accustomed to it and you get used to it. So actually for me now to go back to a larger space would be kind of weird. Just more house to clean.
Yeah, for me that's the thing, right? Coming from Mexico where there's like bigger spaces.
Yeah.
And coming here and then it's like, oh my God, I have to clean the toilets and the kitchen every night
and there's more of them.
And just the fact that I am like responsible for that.
Mm-hmm. I think too, what people underestimate is the cost of living in a suburban area, especially in transit. Yeah. When you think about, if you're a family of 4, you're going to need 2 cars. Mm-hmm. Just the cost of gas, insurance, if you're leasing cars, I mean, it's an extraordinary cost. And especially as kids get older, and we see this with our friends, then you need a 3rd car, sometimes maybe a 4th car.
And it comes a time also where time is money.
Yeah.
And time spent moving from point A to point B is just it is a pretty sizable cost when you actually sit and look at it. Yes, you will get a larger house outside of the city, but when you factor in all those costs, it's really not a tremendous cost savings. Yeah, but it's more space for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure. But I just enjoy living the downtown lifestyle. Mm-hmm. Being able to walk out to the grocery store, be able to walk everywhere. Yeah. Take the subway, ride our bikes. Yeah. So it's, for me, a more pleasant experience. But it's a choice that everyone has to make. I think that's a wrap.
Yeah, I think it's a wrap. So see you all guys soon.
Till next week.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.